Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And you say, what are you talking about? Once you see what? Once you see this as a simulation, once you see there's no time, there's no space, everything is the now, everything is deja vu. Once you see that you really don't exist because the self that you are now is not the same one you were yesterday, and tomorrow is going to be a different self, and the real self is when you see Jesus, you'll be like him. And so you're actually like in a dream life, and you're being transformed into his image day by day through the cycle repeat. And so the truth is everywhere right in front of you. Everything is preaching Christ. Everything is pointing to Jesus. Even the New Age, they're pointing to Jesus and don't even know it. They think they're pointing to themselves, but they're actually revealing Jesus and don't even know it. They say, I am God, I'm God. Now think about this for a second. Remember about 10 years ago, you'd hear about this guy in Russia said he's God, this guy in South America said he's God. Now everybody's saying they're God. Now if that ain't a red flag that the rapture's getting ready to happen, I don't know what is. It used to be that you would see some guy in Russia walking around saying he had all these followers. Now everybody's a guru and everybody's God. Sad guru. All of them, they're promoting the I am instead of pointing to Jesus, which is what that really means. They're pointing to themselves. It's really sad. I mean, I could really get mad about it and talk about it and throw a fit and scream and yell and say, wake up, don't you see what's happening? Everybody's in Genesis 3. Hath God said you can be like God? You can be your own God. There is a thing called spiritual farming, but don't mean you're God. But do you see how it's just culminating? You can see it. You can see Genesis 3 spreading all over the whole world. They think they're God. And so as Genesis 3 unfolds, that lie, it unfolds more and more. It's actually pointing to Jesus, but they think they're God. So as Genesis 3 reverberates, you're starting to see it in Revelation where the whole humanity will say, we're God, because they're going to learn how to they think they're going to get rid of all the trouble. They're going to worship the AI beast, machine man. They told you that in Doctor Who series. Doctor Who series told you all this stuff. They're going to be worshiping the beast, the AI beast, machine man. And so as it spreads more and more, even the common man will end up saying, I'm God. Oh, I'm God. Oh, I'm God. And the church will be gone, called up, out of here. And all them people took the mark of the beast, and they're all going to be burning in hell forever. It's really sad. For me to be able to see what's going to happen, and I'm not even there yet, because I see it right now. I mean, I don't care if it's that guy's personal business. I don't care if it's Home Depot. I don't care if it's Walmart. We're talking about the energy of the flesh always fails. So that's why Walmart had to take insurance policies out on their employees to get millions of dollars, and the wife didn't even know it. That's why Wells Fargo right over there is always cheating. Always doing something underhanded. That's why it's a debt money system. It all crashes and burns. Anything that man does will crash and burn. And the AI is going to convince them that everything man does is a failure, so let me be your God, the AI God, tied to the machine man, so the demon can still get into the man and be tied to the hive, and the man of sin, the 666 man of sin, will be worshipped. Elon Musk is tied. Elon Musk is part of it. Let's fight the New World Order. It's already here. What are you talking about? That's a distraction. The God of this world system's the devil, and he runs all the kings of the earth right now. We're in the new. You're just being deceived. Don't even know it. We're going to fight the New World Order. That man's your worst enemy, because you're already. How can you fight the New World Order when you're already in it? You think USA is not under the devil's control? You're already in it. Yeah, they reveal a lot of truth, but think about what they're doing. So they're revealing all these secrets. But everybody's starting to say, oh, I'm God. If they don't point to Jesus, they're going to think they're God. This is the biggest psyop in the history of mankind, because it's worldwide. You might say, well, Genesis 3 was the biggest psyop. Yeah. But Adam knew what was going on. He knew he had to go down with the ship, because actually Eve was a part of him, his flesh side. And so the word cosmos is an orderly system. So this system, this cosmos, the world, the flesh, probably this world system, cosmos, is run by the devil right now. It is, when Adam and Eve fell, the devil took authority. Now, when Jesus went to the cross, the devil lost the power over the saints. But this is not your kingdom yet. Set your affections above. So if he says set your affections above, that means the born again are going to be raptured, and then we're going to come back and run Mother Earth as kings and priests for 1,000 years under Christ. And so Jesus will run this mother, not Rihanna. Rihanna says, we're going to run this mother. No. Well, I don't know if she's a Freemason or a witch or what, but Rihanna said, we're going to run this mother. No, you're not. There has to be a perfect king, priest, and prophet running this mother for 1,000 years to birth it in and give it over back to God. There has to be 1,000 years of peace. From all the trouble and all the killings and all the fightings, there has to be a 7th day of rest in the earth. Seven days of rest. I mean, on the 7th day you rest. So there has to be 1,000 years in the 7th dispensation. They call it the age of Aquarius, but the Bible says the Millenium. And the devil's going to be bound for 1,000 years. And after that rest is over, the devil's loose to see whose heart is right with God. Because there's a lot of people going to be pretending like they are now. And God always tests the heart. I'm tired of talking about it. I guess because I didn't get much sleep. This stuff is so obvious to me. I listen to preachers. If I say, hey, I'm talking about a fundamental preacher. If I say, hey, it's all progressive revelation, they'll say, what do you mean? Genesis 3 is happening now. It's just culminating. Everything that happened in Genesis 3 is happening now. Let's say I walk in there and I talk to somebody and I run across somebody and they're a legalist. Well, what am I? I'm in the book of Galatians when I'm talking to that person. Let's say I run in there I walk in there and I run into somebody. Let's say I run into a Delilah and she tries to pull me into some fake reality bubble. I'm in Genesis 3. Let's say I go in there and I talk to some Jezebel and she's trying to pretty much take me out, cut my head off. Well, I'm in 2 Kings. Let's say I go in there and what's another book? Whatever story. Let's say I go in there and somebody needs some help. Let's say they can't, and I carry their stuff out to the car and I help them. I rescue them because they couldn't get it to the car. Let's say it's a disabled person or something, and I help them bring their stuff to the car. It's like Noah. It's like you're Noah. You're the book Genesis, right? Noah. All the stories, Abraham and Sarah, Noah, Moses, all the movies, Neo, all the movies that you watch are just derivatives of the biblical stories. And so when you're going about your day, your business, your life, you're in one of those stories. That car that just pulled up, John 3:16, on the front of his bumper. Right there on the bumper right there. John 3:16. So we're in the book of John. If you're speaking a flow out of your mouth, that's the blood flow. It points back to the blood. It's like you're standing at the foot of the cross and they pierced him. Every time you take up your cross, you're actually playing out, you're embodying that Jesus went to the cross and we follow after. So as you take up your cross, whether it's zip your lip or whatever it is that you got to do, you're in the Gospels. You're right there at the Gospels, and you're also at before the foundation of the world, the Lamb slain before the foundation of the world. So everything that you do, every time you take a step, you're walking through the cross. So that guy's pushing a cart. C-A-R-T. I'm trying to do this in real time. That guy's pushing a cart. They're both pushing carts. C-A-R, to carry. They're moving it to a destination, to birth, to carry. Moving towards a destination. Destiny. So he's pushing a cart. He was pushing a cart. They're actually telling the same story. And both of those stories are saying what? That you're going to your destiny and you're being birthed day by day as the wheels turn in your mind and your spirit. You're being birthed to your new creature day by day. Day after day after day. When he hit his brakes, that's the blood. It's all pointing back to the cross. It's like you're standing at the foot of the cross, just looking at the cross. And not only that, then you learn to take up your cross. You actually follow after. Jesus went to the cross. Is the servant greater than the master? You're going to have to sacrifice some stuff down here. And that's why I said, if you lose it all, you gain it all. So there's a family right there, right? Family, what does that point back to? The body of Christ. Fitly framed together, building up each other in the family unit. The guy's got a hood on, captain of his ship, his family. I didn't want him to think I was recording, but it's 2 kids and a papa, the pa. And everybody's wanting to get rid of the patriarchy. How stupid is that? Let's get rid of the patriarchy. Look at that. That's the perfect picture right there. The man's leading his kids to do what's right. Why do you want to get rid of the patriarchy? Are you stupid? That'll save your life and save your kid's life. Why would you want to do that? Get rid of the patriarchy. Hey, how you doing?
Come on.
Anyway, when you start to really do the meditation and all, and you see somebody's bitter or unforgiveness, you can love your enemy actually when you really take it to the next level. Because when you look at another person, you're looking at yourself, and if they're acting stupid, forgive them. They don't even know what they're doing. They're in the flesh. They don't even know it. So the more you meditate on the truth and isolate yourself, the more you rise up in the 5D mindset. And then when you're retiring to somebody who's not even making sense, you don't even want to talk to them because they're at the lower vibration, the lower density, the lower level thinking, you know. And you're up higher and you can't even talk to them anymore. Let's see if they got what I need in here. Yeah, why would you want to get rid of the patriarchy? You'd have to be insane to even say something like that. Literally, you'd have to be insane to say something like that. Literally, I mean it. You'd have to be delusional, completely delusional to say, oh, we got to get rid of the patriarchy. You'd have to be a complete idiot and complete demonic to say something like that.